The principal slid the paper across the desk and said, "You're expelled, effective immediately, for threatening a teacher." I smiled and said, "Finally." Back in January, I'd gotten into one of the best culinary programs in the state, full scholarship. My parents didn't say let's discuss it, or we'll think about it. Just know, we didn't spend a fortune on this prep school for you to go flip eggs, my dad said. My mom nodded. "You'll thank us when you have a real career." They made me decline the acceptance. Watched me do it. I sat at that computer clicking decline while my mom stood behind me like she'd saved me from myself. That night I lay staring at the ceiling. I couldn't appeal to them. I couldn't transfer without their signature. I was 16. I had no leverage, unless I got expelled. If this school removed me, they'd have to send me somewhere else. And if I documented everything, I could steer that somewhere toward the program that actually wanted me. I spent 3 months trying to get expelled the honest way. Dress code slips, tardies, talking back, nothing stuck. Teachers gave warnings, the principal gave lectures, my parents took my phone, but nobody expelled me. Then Mr. Halloran happened. He taught history and despised anything creative. He gave me a 61 on an essay I'd poured myself into because my analysis leaned too much on cultural and culinary history. I went to his desk after class. "I'm appealing this grade." He didn't look up. "Waste of time. You'll regret this." I meant he'd regret it when the department chair overturned it. I'd already emailed her the rubric and my paper, but Mr. Halloran didn't hear an appeal. He heard a threat. By third period, I was in the principal's office. Security outside the door, my parents on speakerphone, a notice of expulsion on the desk. The principal said it like he expected me to break down. My mom was already crying through the phone. My dad was yelling about lawyers. I just sat there smiling. "Do you understand what's happening?" the principal asked. "You're being removed from this school." "I understand completely." "Then why are you smiling?" I reached into my bag, pulled out a folder, and set it on his desk. Documentation. Every dress code write-up that doesn't match the handbook. Every detention for subjective infractions. Every grade I lost for being too creative. And an email I sent the department chair 3 hours before Mr. Halloran reported me. Appealing the grade he says I threatened him over. The principal opened it. His face shifted. He reported that I said, "You'll regret this," I went on. "I meant he'd regret it when the appeal went through." Check the timestamp. I wasn't threatening him. I was warning him. My dad's voice cut through the speaker. "What is going on?" I turned toward the phone. "You wouldn't let me transfer, so I made sure you'd have no choice." Silence. "The culinary program still has late enrollment," I said. "And now you have a kid who just got expelled from your precious prep school. Where exactly are you planning to send me?" Here's where it went in a direction I didn't fully expect. The principal, reading through my folder, wasn't just seeing my case. He was seeing a pattern. A stack of write-ups and grade penalties that didn't hold up against the school's own rules, and a teacher who'd reported a grade appeal as a threat. He closed the folder slowly and said quietly, "I'm not signing this expulsion." He tore it up. Instead, he opened an actual review into Mr. Halloran, into the subjective grading, into everything I'd documented, which, honestly, was better than what I'd planned. Because when my parents heard the school itself was taking my complaints seriously, something changed in the room. My dad went quiet. Then he said, on the drive home, "You did all that. 3 months of building a case?" Quietly. He wasn't angry. He sounded almost stunned. "You want this that badly?" "I've wanted it the whole time," I said. "You just weren't listening." They didn't sign a transfer that night out of guilt or defeat. They signed it a week later, after sitting down with me and actually looking at the program, the placement rates, the working chefs who taught there, the scholarship they'd made me throw away. My mom cried again, but differently this time. "We thought we were protecting you," she said. "We didn't realize we were the thing you needed protecting from." The program let me re-enroll for the fall. First semester I placed in 2 competitions and staged at a real restaurant downtown. Mr. Halloran's grade got overturned in the review, along with a few others. Last month I got into one of the best culinary schools in the country. When the acceptance came, I showed my parents first this time, because they'd earned that. My dad read it over my shoulder and put his hand on it, and said the thing I'd waited my whole life to hear. "I'm proud of you." I read it 3 times, then I smiled, finally.